lives are laid to rest. An ancient shadow, vast and wide, moves like memory through the tide. Skin of midnight scarred by years, carrying forgotten spheres. Eyes that hold the birth of flame, older than the oldest name. From its breath the waters rise. From its coldest stars divide. Sing, great Titan of the sea, voice of deep eternity. Let your echo roll through me like a boundless symphony. In your song the ages turn, empires fade and suns still burn. Every note a rising wave, carving legends from the grave. Through the trenches dark and grand, you reveal the first command. How the oceans came to be, born from ancient harmony. It remembers when the earth shivered in its molten birth, when the sky was torn apart from the sea's resounding heart. Frost and fire once entwined, spun the borders of mankind. From its turning slow and deep came the laws the waters keep. Ancient guardian, lead me near. Let your thunder shape my fear. Sing, great Titan of the sea, forge my living destiny. Let your vast and ancient tone claim my pulse as one your own. In your cadence storms are born, night is crowned and shaped by morn. Every surge a sacred sign, tracing fate through bright and bright. Through the vaults of endless blue, I inherit what is true. From the deep's resounding plea flows immortal memory. Thunder moves beneath the foam, its heartbeat calls me home. Roar, great Titan of the sea, awaken primal elegy. Let your ancient anthem roll through the marrow of my soul. In your thunder worlds are made, time itself begins to fade. Every surge a blazing sign, crowned in salt and vast design. Through the abyss wide and grand, I receive your first command. From the depths your truth is poured, ocean's daughter, myth restored. Roar, eternal sovereign blue, all creation sings through you. In your wake my power stands, queen of tide and star-forged lands. Let the roaring waters climb, break the chains of mortal time. Through your legend I will be, voice of deep infinity. Ooh. sapphire stone, where ancient pillars stand alone. I keep the gate of silent light in halls untouched by day or night. Marble arcs in emerald gleam guard the relic and the dream. Sacred fires in crystal spheres burn through centuries of years. Through sacred halls I stand, a blade of living flame. I am the keeper of the temple below, where silver rivers endlessly flow. Through spiral stairs and chambers wide, I walk with shadow at my side. Let storms above and fury break, this holy ground shall never shake. My voice resounds through vaulted stone, of how the ages have always known. With harp and drum my spirit calls, awakening light in sacred halls, in depths where mortal feet have never trod. I guard the ancient spark of Ivory statues line the nave, faces calm and stern and brave. Glyphs of fire along the floor pulse like hearts from days of yore. Luminous guardians drift in rings, silent watchers spin and wings. Through crystal windows pale beams light, casting halos far and wide. Ancient breaths to run, steel and prayer unite. I am the keeper of the temple below, where hidden rivers endlessly flow. Through sacred vaults and archways high, I lift my song and it will rise. Let thunder shake the upper skies, this consecrated ground defies. My oath resounds through marble veins, a living force that still remains. With harp and drum my spirit calls, a blaze of hope through sacred walls, in depths where mortal hands have never shone. I guard the eternal cornerstone. Light and water intertwine, bound by fate, by will, by sign. I am the sentinel of the temple below, where radiant currents ceaselessly glow. Through endless aisles and pillars grand, I claim this holy ground. I stand, let fury fall from distant skies, still this eternal fortress will rise. My anthem surges through sacred stone, a timeless power fiercely grown. With harp and drum my spirit flames, calling stars by secret names, in depths beyond all mortal control. I guard the everlasting soul. Beneath the sapphire vault of sleeping light, where silver currents crown the ancient night, I walk on sands of shattered stars, through coral thrones and amber scars. Lantern-eyed creatures drift beside my song, their shadows low, their silence strong. In cathedral caves of crystal bone, I learned to make the dark my own. Hear the echo rise from the endless blue below. From the deep I call your name through pillars carved by time and flame. My voice rides on a spiral wave, brave as the hearts the waters gave. With every note the abyss ignites, painting constellations in liquid nights. Listen close, let your spirit die, where forgotten dreams are still alive. I sing with fins of silver light, with ancient drums that awake the tide, and all who drift in shadowed halls feel heaven tremble in my call. Pearl dust falling from my hair, stories woven in cold bright air. I dance with rays of phantom gold in gardens where the myths unfold. Deep water fish with jeweled eyes circle slow as my melody flies through ruins wrapped in emerald flame. They know my heart, they know my name. Feel the current turn, feel the dark resound. From the deep I call your name through pillars carved by time and flame. My voice rides on a spiral wave, brave as the hearts the waters gave. With every note the abyss ignites, painting constellations in liquid nights. Listen close, let your spirit dive, where hidden embers still survive. I sing with fins of silver light, with ancient drums that wake the tide, and all who drift in shadowed halls rise like legends at my call. Runes of foam around my soul, harps of thunder make me whole. From the deep I blaze your name through vaulted dark and roaring flame. My voice becomes a rising spear, a fearless hymn for all who hear. Each trembling chord splits stone apart, strikes like lightning through the heart. Follow the sound beyond the veil, where broken wings relearn to sail. I crown the night with crystal fire, lift every longing ever higher, till even stars in distance of argent stone, where quiet currents overgrown. A fragile gleam begins to rise, like dawn beneath uncharted skies. Hair of silver drifting wide, mirrors where the starlight hides. Every heartbeat clear and bright cuts the dark with prismatic light. Shine, crystal heart of mine, fractured rays that still are mine. Through the fissure, through the close, you are brighter than the gold. Every echo pure and strong turns the silence into song. soft as drifting ocean snow. Memories begin to flow through the hush of sapphire. Echoes linger everywhere. From my eyes, the salt will fall, answering a distant call. Pearls are falling through the night, born from sorrow, shaped by light. Every tear that leaves my eyes goes beneath the silent skies. On my pillow made of shell rest the truths I never tell. Each bright sphere a secret known, polished by the depths alone. Why do these shining droplets start from the chambers of my heart? What unseen and tender thread pulls the tears that I have shed? When the currents slow and sleep, lonely thoughts begin to see visions of a distant shore I have never seen before. In the quiet, truth appears, hidden in these crystal tears. Pearls are falling through the night, forged in longing, born of light. Every tear a fragile spark, shining fiercely in the dark. On my pillow made of shell rest the dreams I dare to tell. Each bright sphere a vow I keep, guarded by the ancient deep. Tears become a crown of light. Sorrow turns to diamonds born of ocean night, rise from grief and silver light. Every tear that once was pain now returns as jeweled rain. On my pillow made of shell lies the strength I could not tell. Every shining orb I've cried fills the queen I hold inside. Let them fall as radiant tears, washing doubt and ancient fears. From the salt of broken heart, legends of the deep will start. Diamonds born of ocean night, guide my steps with lucid light. From the sorrow I have known grows a power fully grown. Through the hush they blaze and gleam, crowning every shattered dream. From the salt of love and loss rises beauty, bright and vast. silver ivy has overgrown. A hidden courtyard sleeps in blue, guarded by the ancient dew. Petals carved from mother of pearl, spiral where the waters curl. Marble roots in silence spread through sacred paths where queens once tread. Whispers bloom beneath the tide, calling me instead. In the garden of the deep I stand, keeper of this silent land where the lilies made of glass through cathedral waters pass. Every blossom breathes a flame, speaking softly of my name through the green and shadowed air. Ancient promises repair. Crystal fountains rise and fall, writing stories on the wall. Fragments of a vanished rain bloom in quiet once again. Golden moss on sculpted stone, soft as voices long unknown. Feathered fronds in gentle sweep guide the vows the waters keep. Sacred soil of salt and sea, open now to me. In the garden of the deep I rise, crowned beneath translucent skies where the blooming silence lie beneath the dim and fading sky. Tattered sails and fragments torn, sleep where ancient ships were born. I trace their scars with steady hand, a witness in this shadowed land. From rust and stone, a shimmer grows where shattered vessels dream and sand. A rising glow sweeps through the land, through fractured decks and tilted spires. It kindles long forgotten fires across the hulls in amber haze. New light begins its quiet blaze. What once was lost in deepest night now trembles with returning light. Through every beam and splintered frame, I breathe a bright awakening flame. From silent wreck to blazing morn, a golden horizon is reborn. Barnacled wheels still slowly turn as pale horizons start to burn. Through broken glass and shattered gold, a warmer brilliance starts to unfold. Fishes scatter, swift and bright, carving paths through newborn light. Between the anchors, cracked and wide, a brighter pulse begins to glide. Through drifting dust, the dawn arrives where shattered vessels dream in sand. A silver blaze sweeps through the land, through hollow halls and splintered beams. It floods the wrecks with vivid gleams, across the ribs of iron and pine. Soft rays begin to intertwine. What once lay bound in frozen years now glitters free from ancient fears. Through every mast and fractured line, I call the morning into shine. From silent wreck to radiant morn, a fearless horizon is reborn. Night withdraws its claim. Light speaks my name. Where fallen vessels greet the flame, a blazing dawn proclaims my name. Through shattered decks and rising fire, I lift the dark ever higher. Across the iron scarred and torn, a fierce new brilliance now is born. What once was grave and shadow cast becomes a gateway from the past. Through every spark and shining seam, I forge the day from broken dream. From silent wreck to blazing sun, a sovereign morning has begun. Drapes their hall, pearled chandeliers enthrall. Ivory stairways softly gleam, like fragments of a midnight dream. Silken banners drift and sway as crystal vials start to play. Silver goblets raised on high glitter beneath a sapphire sky. through the night. Welcome to the palace under waves, where lanterns, stars and music blaze, to mirrored halls and marble bright. We dance within the jewel tonight. Harps awaken ancient fire, drums of shell climb ever higher. Spiral gowns and liquid grace turn and shimmer through the space. Every glance a hidden spark, every step ignites the dark in this grand and gleaming hall. We rise, we whirl, we conquer all. Masked nobles glide in silver lace, mystic smiles on every face. Golden tridents line the floor, guarding secrets evermore. Opal fountains shimmer clear, pouring stardust far and near. Laughter rings in rippled streams, threading through enchanted dreams. Music floods the air, hearts begin to blaze. Welcome to the palace under waves, where hidden constellations blaze, to vaulted domes and crystal light. We rule the rhythm of the night. Harps awaken ancient fire, pipes and drums lift spirits higher. Flowing veils in sapphire glow, spinning arcs blow fierce and slow. Every whisper turns to flame, every pulse becomes a name in this grand resplendent hall. We rise in splendor, one and all. Moonlit currents intertwine, fate and music now align. Enter this palace under waves, where blazing stars and music rave, through endless halls of shining white. We raid with this radiant night. Hearts ignite a roaring fire, drums and glaives surge ever higher. Silken figures blaze and gleam, living jewels within a dream. Every heartbeat forged in light, every soul set fully bright in this boundless brilliant hall. We dance eternal, sovereign. Midnight water breathing slow, veils of indigo below. Silver pulses drift like stars, painting maps on ancient scars. Glass like towers wrapped in green, shadows guard what once had been. Through the hush of endless blue, a lantern blooms in liquid hue. Glowing circles lead the way through the every pulse a sacred sign, tracing fate in silver line. Through the caverns vast and wide, across the ocean's hidden side, your tender fire clears the foam. You turn the abyss into my home. Opal bells in waters far ring where broken kingdoms are. Fragments of a crystal age sleep within a coral cage. Velvet currents coil and bend, whispering of what may mend. Ancient arches cracked by time glow beneath your steady shine. Flicker softly drifting flame, call my spirit by its name. Shine, luminous tide, carry my soul through the valleys far below, where forgotten rivers glide. You awaken strength I hide, radiant spirits rising slow through the sapphire undertow. Every spark a guiding thread, weaving hope where fear once spread. Undertow, where the oldest shadows lie, you raise my spirit high. Radiant guardians of the sea, write your blazing path through me. Every pulse a vow renewed, forged in shining solitude. Through the vast cathedral blue, I reclaim what once I knew. Your living fire splits the foam, you transform the depths to throne. Burn, shimmer, lead me strong, where my restless heart belongs. In your halo I will stand, sovereign of the sea, Clockwork. Shattered domes and granite graves, spiral streets in silence bound, circle where the seals were crowned. City and towers pierce the sand, etched by an unseen hand. Bronze gates chained in coral thread guard the words the ancient said, sealed in shadow. cold and vast voice is woven from the past. Every pillar cracked and proud speaks aloud beneath the shroud. Cliffs of silver line the floor, marking what was worn before. Circles drawn and shattered glass where sovereign shadows used to pass. Crystal lenses dim and pale chart the path of hidden trail. Through the halls of hollow light march the keepers of the ride. In the stillness, hear the sound of the chains beneath the ground. Rise, forgotten city, deep shake the pillars from their sleep. Through the weight of brine and stone, take again your rightful throne. Here, the anthem buried low, feel the molten currents flow. Every gateway sealed in my yearns to blaze in emerald city deep break the curse of endless sleep. Through the crushing weight of years, stand beyond the tide of fears. Here, the thunder fortune stone claim once more your sovereign throne. Every tower, every gate turns the wheel of ancient fate. Bands of coral split apart, fiery kindles in your heart. From the abyss vast and grand rises now the sealed command. Eternal Citadel casts away the binding spell. Through the ruins I ascend, past and future start to blend. Soft as driven silver thread, through midnight waters I am led. Lantern spirits float on high, like fallen stars that never die. Translucent bells in gentle flight, pulse with tender ghostly light. They brush my hands with fragile grace, leaving shimmer in their trace. Tears fall slow and bright, turning dark to light. In silver veil, a sacred beam so sharp and pale. It crowns the towers of coral stone and finds my heart beneath the throne. In caverns carved by ancient hands, I trace the vow in drifting sands. Scored companions gather near, their crystal eyes reflect my prayer. Under lunar fire, our promise breathes below. By moonlit crescent constellation spin, chime a hymn from deep within. Lanternfish in quiet rings glide beneath its fragile springs, squeeze like shards of fallen stars, drift between the rusted bars. Crystal notes arise, turning dark to gold. Hear the music softly turning through the silent waters yearning. Little sparks of trembling light circle in the velvet night. Every tone a shining thread, stitching dreams where hope once fled. Fins and shadows gather near, drawn by melody so clear. In this hidden, hushed embrace, time itself begins to slow its pace. With every chime my heart will soar beyond the depths forevermore. Ivory keys in gentle sway scatter diamonds through the gray. Tiny dancers made of light spin in arcs serene and bright. Golden scales reflect the tune like distant stars beneath the moon. Through vaulted halls of drifting sand, the rhythm flows from hand to hand. Soft mechanical sighs, ancient lullabies. Hear the music slowly rising through the silent realm, surprising. Tiny bells in silver streams awaken long forgotten dreams. Every chord a glowing seam, binding heart to hidden gleam. Fins like banners sweep the air, carrying the tune with care. In the sacred secret space, sorrow fades without a trace. With every chime my soul soars stronger than it was Gears and starlight blend, song that will not end. Hear the music blazing brighter, through the dark it burns much lighter. Shining sparks and sweeping arcs ignite the vast and silent darks. Every note a radiant flame, calling each by secret name. Scored companions circle wide, lifted by the turning tide. In this chamber carved from stone, I am never here alone. With every chime my spirit soars, unbound by depth, unsealed by where vaulted shells of coral rise beneath dim sapphire skies. Scrolls of kelp and parchment pale, drifting slow and sacred veil. Lantern shells in amber glow, light the isles where currents flow. Ink like constellations spun, marks what has been and will be done. Open sacred book of sea, write the coming dawn through me. Every symbol carved in foam leads my wandering spirit home. In the stacks of coral stone I reclaim what was my own. Ink and water intertwine, destiny in every line. Awaken, sacred book of sea, crown your final truth on me. Every blazing letter bright arms my voice with living light. In these chambers vast and grand, I now fully understand. Every chapter sealed and sworn marks the hour I am reborn. Let the ink like thunder blaze, shatter doubt in tidal waves. Through the labyrinth of lore, I am seeker evermore. Awaken ancient prophecy, sound your vast decree through me. From the depths of memory rises endless sovereignty. Beneath the weight of sapphire tides, I wander marble halls of sleep. Coral towers crowned with light where ancient banners used to sweep. Her lanterns tremble in the dark, their silver breathing soft and slow. In shattered thrones of drifting sand, forgotten empires glow. Mother of pearl mosaics fade along the palace wall. Echoes of a royal hymn still rise within the fall. Seaweed veils the broken gates where golden harps once played. I guard the throne of memory that time could never fade. Hear the ocean call my name through the silence, through the flame. I am the daughter of the drowning crown, keeper of a kingdom pulled down through the tempest, through the deep, where the sun has lost its reach. In the current's endless choir burns the heart of ancient fire. Though the world above us turned away, our sapphire realm will rise someday. Hear the drums in the rolling sea, they awaken destiny. From the ruins cold and grand, I will lift this fallen land. Ooh. Storm-forged pillars cracked by time, still sacred ground. Seahorses trace the spiral paths where royal guards were found. Crystal blades of frozen light sleep beneath the foam, waiting for a sovereign voice to call the ocean home. Tales are woven in my hair by threads of silver tide. Ancestral whispers guide my steps where broken legends hide. Across the fields of swaying Cal, through cathedrals carved in stone, I walk the roads of memory, though I stand alone. Ancient vows beneath the waves, awaken now from ocean graves. I am the daughter of the drowning crown, bearer of a throne cast down through the thunder of the deep, where eternal shadows sleep. In the current's endless choir rises hope from buried fire. from the abyss, my voice will stand, crowned again by wave and sand. From abyss to starlit foam, the ocean is my throne. I am the flame beneath the crown, sovereign of the sunken town, through the midnight of the deep, where the oldest secrets sleep. In the ocean's sacred choir blazes undying royal fire. Though the heavens sealed our fate, the tides prepare the gate. Hear the drums in the roaring sea, they resound eternally. From the silence vast and grand, I will reclaim this fallen land. Let the banners rise in blue, the ancient oath renew. From the depths my power will stand, queen once more of sea and sand. Queen once more of sea and sand. A silver curtain far above divides my world from realms of sun. Through liquid glass I see it burn, a distant fire I cannot touch. Columns fade in emerald shade, gardens dim where I was made. Yet upward glows a trembling line, a fragile border drawn in shine. Between two skies I stand, neither dark nor fled. At the edge where daylight shimmers, where shadow fills and radiance glimmers, where shadow breaks in molten hazes. I rise beyond the trembling line, claiming both the dark and shine. Beneath me lies the world I know, above the blazing winds that glow. Two destinies within my veins, bound by loss and bound by gains. Every heartbeat fused as one, death and daylight now undone. On this border, fierce and bright, I am born of dark and light. Rise, O serpent of the deep, break the centuries of sleep, shake the pillars, stir the foam, claim again your ancient dome. In trenches carved by ancient fire, where pressure bends like coiled wire, a vast form sleeps in shadow cast, older than the ages past. Hear the pulse beneath the sand, waiting for my hand. Rise, O serpent of the deep, break the centuries of sleep, shake the pillars, stir the foam, claim again your ancient dome. Let your roaring echo climb through the vaults of brine and time. Every scale a living flame, every breath a spoken name. From the caverns vast and wide, unfurl your storming pride. Through the dark where shadows bend, let the rain of night now end. I have walked the shattered plain, heard your voice in echoes plain, felt your warmth in frozen stone, known the strength that sleeps alone. Ancient sovereign, hear my cry, let your burning spirit rise. Rise, O serpent of the deep, from the fortress where you sleep, through the crushing dark below, let your blazing power flow. Let your thunder split the stone, reclaim what was your own. Every tremor fierce and bright turns the abyss into light. coral bone where shattered hulls lie overthrown. I trace the ripes of fallen masts and sift through relics of the past. Bronze compasses with frozen hands, maps dissolved in drifting sands. Lantern fish like sparks of gold guard the stories never told. In this winding maze, I hear the iron sea. Down where broken vessels sleep, in gardens wild and caverns deep. I wander through the labyrinth bright, where old shadows twist with light. Between your anchors cracked and wide, past splintered decks the currents glide. Every coral gate I cross whispers tales of love and lost. Treasure gleams in a ruby haze, crowns entangled in a violet blaze. And in this maze of reef and stone, I claim the drowned world as my own. Silken banners torn and pale drift like ghosts in armored mail. The captain's wheel with barnacled face turns forever in this place. Silver goblets dipped in sand, jewels slipping through my hand, while scarlet reefs like castles rise under dim, unblinking skies. Steel and coral blend, past and pulse unite. Down where broken vessels sleep, in gardens fierce and chambers deep. I wander through the labyrinth bright, where sapphire corridors ignite. For shattered brows and tilted spires, across the ribs of rusted piers. Every step a spark, a blazing trail within the dark. Treasure hangs in molten gleam, like fragments of a sailor's dream. And in this maze of reef and throne, I forge a kingdom of my and reef entwined as one. Rust and blossom never undone. Here where shattered empires sleep, in cathedrals fierce and trenches deep. I rise within labyrinth wide, where living colors surge and collide. Past fractured keels and spiral stone, through blooming arches overgrown. Each hidden vault and secret seam ignites beneath my sovereign gleam. Treasure flares in crimson light, crowns reborn from